Hey, Grace Point family, good to be with you again. I hope you're really enjoying the Bible reading program. Today we are well back into Genesis for the week that's coming up. We're doing chapters 25 through 32 this week, plus the book of Proverbs. In Genesis, you're going to see the lineage of what happens after Abraham is kind of done in his story. You're going to see his son Isaac, and you're going to hear the promise of Abraham that he will be blessed and that all the nations of the world will be blessed through him, reiterated to Isaac. Now keep that promise in full view as you go through the book of Genesis. You're going to hear it reiterated to Isaac. You're also going to hear it reiterated to Isaac's son Jacob. And that promise is vital. It continues through all the history of Israel, leading up to the Messiah, Jesus. And it's through him that all the nations of the world are going to be blessed. So you can see there's a theme here in Israel's history from the very beginning of God seeking to reach all nations, all people. It's not just about Israel as God's chosen people. It's about God's plan of redemption being carried out through all human history. So keep your eye out for that. You're going to see some instances in Isaac's life where he repeats the sins of his father. Keep your eye out for that. Learn some lessons there about good example, bad example, so to speak. You're also going to hear about Jacob and his brother Esau and how the two of them kind of diverge because of some treachery, some deceit that Jacob foists on his brother Esau, really at the prompting of his mother. It's a really pretty dysfunctional family you're going to see there. But Esau's family becomes this nation of Edom that you'll hear about in the rest of the story. Edom becomes kind of a thorn in Israel's side, the rest of Israel's history almost in the Old Testament. So keep your eye out for that. You're also going to hear about how Jacob meets his wife Rachel, gets a second wife out of the deal, which he didn't plan on, and then winds up practicing some of the cultural practices that we see in Abraham's life back previously, where he takes on slave women as part of his entourage as well as wives who bear him sons. And that's where the 12 tribes of Israel come from, is from these 4 women having these sons. You're going to see all of that here in the first part of what we read for this week. I want to encourage you, take time to really think about what you're reading, both in how it applies to your life and in the overall biblical story. Genesis is foundational to a lot of the things we see happen throughout the rest of the biblical story. Friends, thanks so much for being faithful. Keep pressing on. Talk with people in your family and in the Grace Point family about the things you're reading. Encourage one another to keep going.